So this was our exciting SVS, the pinnacle moment of it, I guess. We got destroyed. I think it ends up about 8 to 6 billion. But anyways, they went for a throne. I was sleeping, and I didn't know at the time. I got a call. I didn't hear it, but I woke up anyways at like 8 a.m. and they had about just under 2 hours left, and they had 2 bars on the clock tower. So, anyways, we had to rally the throne. So here it is. We did. And I didn't know before that they actually rallied before I woke up and failed at it. So I thought this was the first one. But anyways, so there was only 4 keeps from the other server. But props for them for coming and trying. And honestly, if they would have came probably about an hour earlier, I wouldn't have woke up in time. So that is actually a really big strategy that people do use in SVS, is to find out what time zone the better players are from and then work around that and go for things when they sleep. Some players do keep a timer on their or not a timer, but their ringer on. So if so, and they'll have like multiple line groups, and then just one emergency one where do not message in there unless it's absolutely important, and people will wake up. I'm not as hardcore as that, and our server's not as hardcore as that. We barely even have a line group as it is. So, anyways, here it is. You can see all the people who joined. I think there were 7 we ended up having, and we sent horses at it. They had 1 horse, 2 archer, and 1 ground march. I wanted to send 1 ground march in it, but everyone thought just send horses. So who knows if it would have done better or not. You could see the buffs. They had very nice buffs. They have a couple good players on their server. I think it's 2200 horse buff. And then we sent about 23 million at it, and that took it down. The first time they only sent 16 million. So me and another guy came online after, and that's the extra 7 million that was put in. And then another exciting part of our SVS, we had a player who was about minus 2 billion and 200 million going for top 5. I suggested that just let her go get it. Like, if my opinion is, we're losing. If someone wants to pay that money and go for it, just go get your wings, whatever. That's fine. We're losing anyways. But funny thing is that one of our guys actually ended up finding like a really easy hit, and you just, you can't turn that down. It was later on, he ended up getting like one of those ones where you lose 10 million but gain 400 million. And yeah, so that put it a little bit too out of reach for her. So I guess she'll have to pick a better moment in the future. And here, just looking at all of the different people who were in there. So yeah, so there were 7, and we do have one other guy in our alliance, the second last guy there, Dr. Rohan. He is also an all-star finalist, so lots of powerful troops in there. And we got a couple other people with all-star dragons. So not although we are not very good at battlefield, we do have good keeps, so we are capable of defending our throne, as long as it's not, an RSP or a HOT, any of those ones. But I don't see any reason we would actually ever be playing them. SVS is actually something where you do kind of play people at your talent level. So all of our SVSs basically are pretty close, and it just kind of ends up with who has a negative 1.5, 2.5 billion player. Sometimes it's the other server, sometimes it's ours. And you could see there, one of our guys green bubbled me because I was the one holding the throne. And then you could see here one of our other guys, this is also an all-star keep, Runge. He kicked an alt before we did this in preparation so that when we did take it, he could then take the throne back. And then obviously we could bubble in case that someone wasn't aware that you could green bubble. So that is a little trick that everybody should know. If you are holding throne, you can be green bubbled, so you're not just a sitting duck. So here I am telling everybody, just, let her have it. It's fine. But no one purposely bumped her. She ends up in about 7th or 8th place, but 8, 7, 6 were all pretty much tied, but the new person who went into 5th ended up about 200 million above her at the end. So too bad. Always good when there's new wings in scenarios where it is, you know, a foregone conclusion, the war. So there's the stats there. And my SVS, not the best. I think I got like 850 million points and then negative 940, something like that. I had a sub problem. I don't know if you guys did. I was attacking early and I was noticing that only two of my sub generals were joining the battles. So that was a problem. And then I basically just shut it down after that. I was like, well, no sense me really attacking. I did resign all of them and then put them back on, and it still didn't work. And I was having the same problem in Battlefield on the weekends. So really hope Evony fixes this subordinate city general issue, especially All-Star qualification. All-Stars coming up, and seems to be a pretty big deal. So would really hope that Evony does get on the ball with that. So anyways, let me know how your SVS is. This is Genghis. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.